A manager at the Immigration and Refugee Board said to me, "We should go back to the good old days when we had slaves." I said to him, "Please stop. If not, I will file a grievance against you." His response, "Your people were not the only people who were slaves." My name is Monica Agard. I've been with the Public Service since 1989 and with the Immigration and Refugee Board since 1990. I serve Canada as a case management officer. I am responsible for the administrative side of the files from the beginning of the process until the final decision is made on all refugee claims. Despite serving Canada for 30 years, I have remained at the PM1 classification level, even though I have given my best years of service. I have applied for many positions, but was never successful on any of the competitions that I applied for. It's been very discouraging watching white employees progress to management level positions while black employees remain at PM1 and entry-level positions for decades. The Refugee Board was created to serve people around the world who were having any kind of human rights violations. But if you contrast that mandate, what we say to people around the world, and you contrast that to how the black employees at the board are treated, it is absolutely shameful and disgraceful that within an organization that promotes dignity and self-respect for people's right to exist, that we cannot have the same opportunity. And it's absolutely devastating to every part of your human being to be treated in such a way from an organization that welcomes people from around the world for the same reasons. This manager decided that he was bold enough to say his racist comments to me. I guess he knew, and I knew too, that nothing would be done. No reprimand, no one would be speaking to him, nothing will happen to him. This is the problem when people know that nothing can be done to them or will be done to them, then they are free to spout the racism without any fear. He did say to me previously, a number of years before, that I had submitted a doctor's note, and he said to me, "How do I know that that note was not written by a friend of yours?" Appalling. Can you imagine someone saying that to someone? What are you implying? Your employee is a criminal? I reported that incident. Absolutely nothing happened. In 2019, the same manager said to me, "We should go back to the good old days when we had slaves." What do you think that does to a person when you say that to them? How do you feel? Are you hurt? All the emotions, the full range of emotions then turn loose on you. You're totally devastated, you're crushed, you're hurt, you're appalled, you're angry, you name it. All the emotions come on me. My heart was palpitating so hard. It was so devastating. A few months later, he was assigned as my supervisor. So I emailed the registrar to say I cannot work with him. In June this year will be exactly 1 year that I've reported this to her, the registrar. Absolutely nothing has been done. Over the past 30 years, the racism and overtly or subtle racism has really had a negative effect on my health. People don't understand the impact that words of racism have on people who are black. You have to really live it or to experience or listen to people who have been through it to understand the negative impact that it has. How in a moment it can take away your dignity and your self-respect. In a moment you are left feeling totally useless and helpless. It's not a situation that you can readily pick yourself up from if you have been through it for so many years. After a while, it becomes a burden on you. You can feel the weight of it on you. In everything that you do, in every attempt that you make to progress, you can feel the weight of the negative racism and the actions of employees, management in particular. And it's negative, and it weighs you down, and it takes away every human dignity that a person is entitled to have in a workplace. And then you feel so sick. It's like, do I want to go to work today in a place that treats me like this? Do I want to go and deal with a manager who I know will never promote me for whatever excuses that she makes? Nothing is going to ever change for me in a place like that. Who can endure something like that for so many years and not have an impact? It is hard to say. And how do you measure that impact on a person, from person to person? How do you measure that impact on someone who endures that for so long? It is hard to measure, but it's very real. It's very real. It is time to be recognized as human beings requiring dignity in the workplace.